Excuse me. You doing it on YouTube? Go to use what's the name?
What?
Use TYT.
What do you mean?
TYT. Type in TYT.
TYT.
Type it in.
What the fuck?
But hack Red Vegas shit and everything.
Nah, man, I had to upload.
Boy, that's cold out.
I upload that video for them, man.
That's cold out, boy. These niggas is dangerous.
Say,
Type
man,
in TYT, man.
Ambetter is America's #1 marketplace health plan, and it's now available in Shreveport, Bossier. Did you know that an Ambetter Silver plan could mean a $0 premium? That's right. Affordable health insurance is an option. So enroll now and get quality, affordable health insurance from Ambetter, a better low-cost plan. Enroll at ambetter.louisianahealthconnect.com.
What you trying to get to share the screen?
Not a screen.
This 2024 Google update lets you earn money by watching ads. I feel like I just found a
TYT. Yeah. I promise they lie. Told you.
The Young Turks.
That panel. And so he was saying, we're going to win easily because there's so many less mail-in votes
we can't hear that.
and early voting from Democrats in Pennsylvania.
You're playing two different things.
Yeah.
What is that loud shit in the back? I'm talking about, we hear.
I don't know, kid. Y'all hear that shit, y'all? Let me see. I probably got something else open. Let's see.
Is that my phone?
But that's because of.
What the hell? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that was that right there.
Okay.
Let's see some.
Yeah, here we come, y'all. We got a couple of technical things we gotta sort out.
Let y'all watch this while we doing with
COVID. And COVID drove so much more mail-in voting overall, but especially for the Democrats. So my point is, John's right. Don't buy into the hype from either side. Republicans say, oh, there's less mail-in voting, so we're gonna win. No, there was COVID last time. That excuse everything. And you guys are also right. This time around, the Republicans started saying, yeah, go early voting, mail-in. Because Republicans used to have a huge advantage until Trump the moron came in. It was like, I got a great idea. I'll punch my face 7 times by myself. And he even does it mail-in voting for Florida. And he brags about it.
Exactly.
He's so dumb. He's so dumb.
He did. Look, Anna is right that occasionally he did tell people to do it. And I think people like Laura Trump were pretty consistent in being like, you should do this stuff. But even he occasionally would be doing the weave and he would transition to that you can't trust it. It's like, oh my God, you can't even stay on your own message.
He's his own worst enemy, man. Like he really is. It's 100%. Almost like sometimes his behavior really does lead one to think like, is he trying to lose? Like what's going on here? And honestly, today in particular.
That was Jenks' TDR prediction.
A lot of his comments and a lot of his behavior today is just like.
Unhinged?
Yeah, I was about to say unhinged.
Yeah, I want to address that. I just want to quickly show what we do have. So for Florida, we're now at 42% of the vote in. Trump has a 5-point advantage. Again, we're not in the territory of really being able to interpret that much. But we can start to focus on counties at some point, but
I just want to be clear. The polls close in Florida at 8 o'clock. So they haven't closed yet. So I'm not exactly sure what they're reporting. Like the numbers we talked about this morning when we first got started was in North Carolina, 50% of the vote is already in. That's why the early voting is so important to both sides because you lock in those votes.
Yeah.
The main thing you're worried about is that your side doesn't go out to vote, right? So over 50% of the voters in North Carolina have already voted, but we're guessing that she has an 8-point lead based on where the votes came from and party affiliation. but they become official after the polls close.
Yeah,
What's
and
up,
you've
y'all?
probably
Y'all,
seen a lot of numbers floating around over the last couple of weeks.
Who the fuck is G?
That's
No, G?
basically
Was that
it's
with a G?
assumptions
What's up,
about
Patrol?
party
Yeah.
composition of where these are coming from, which are just assumptions. We don't know. I mean, we know that Harris has bet a good amount of her time on trying to get some of like the Nikki Haley voters to support her. If she does, then that may have changed what we should have thought about those mail ballots. But in addition to Florida, we have 3% of Georgia in, with currently Harris having a 3-point advantage there. For that one, definitely I'm keeping an eye as some of the county stuff comes in. It's still just a couple of like the counties around Atlanta. So again, we're gonna need obviously a little bit more than 3% of the vote to really say much of anything. And Virginia, less than 1%. Trump is up by 18 points. So this thing could be over.
So what I want to do, guys, if we can pull up what we did this morning and bring up the 270 to win the electoral map, because what I want to do is, so first of all, if you can watch the stream on tyt.com. So you get the whole stream, you get it a whole night. But Jordan Neal is also doing an election blog for us where he'll have all the exit polling and all other information. So you're not going to miss a single thing. You don't have to go to anywhere else, because all the information is either live on the show or at tyt.com right underneath us in the information that he's sharing with you guys immediately. And so as you're pulling that map up, I'll do more shout outs for the YouTube members. Kent Homeless, Carmen, Momo, Mary, Suzanne, Carol Photography, Leslie McQueen, Mark.
Yeah, man. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we checking in. We finna see who finna be the next president of the United States of America.
Yeah, this great country that we call America.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that it will be Kamala Harris. This brother on the side of me, you see his hat.
Yeah, you see it. Yeah.
So you know what he's wishing for. I'm gonna kind of tell you how this thing gonna go early on, and it's like this every election. Early on, most of the time the southern states usually come in first. So it's gonna look like Trump in the lead, and it's not gonna be until those swing states start to hit that we can start to really get a feel of who is actually doing well with this thing. Yeah, but yeah, that's that. So who y'all want the next president to be?
Yeah, talk to us. Let us know who y'all want to be the next president of this United States of America.
Yeah, let us know something. All the comments from everything gonna come up right there.
Yeah, my brother. Yeah. See something.
Yeah. See, and me watching the different candidates of lately though, I ain't gonna lie, like I don't know what y'all boy been doing. It seemed like that brother's been getting he been on his Biden tip.
Yeah.
Like he's starting to lose his memory or something. Motherfucker been forgetting where he at and shit. Calling did wrong names and all type of shit. The Trumpster.
Man, nah, man. That's propaganda, man.
Yeah.
The propaganda.
I seen one for Kamala and one for Harris. Do y'all tell us why? Why you want to see? I mean, one for Kamala, one for Harris, one for Kamala, one for Trump. Why y'all want to see each candidate win? I'm gonna be honest. Like me personally, like I think Trump like a stone cold racist, and I just couldn't see myself being led by a white supremacist who said he want to be a dictator on the first day and said he wants to suspend. I mean, no, he didn't say suspend. He said he wants to terminate the Constitution. Yeah. So that's pretty dangerous.
I thought most people say that they taking most of their rights anyway. I thought like people been outraged lately. Like they've been saying like a lot of stuff that the government been doing been unconstitutional anyway.
Well, if anything is unconstitutional, then you would file a lawsuit, and then it would go to the Supreme Court, and they will deem whether it's constitutional or not. Only problem
the
with
people that's doing the unconstitutional stuff, they get to choose if it's unconstitutional or not.
I agree. Only problem with that is we have a rogue Supreme Court full of conservative justices, 3 of whom Trump put on there. So when you talk about our rights being taken away, remember that Trump is the one who loaded the Supreme Court with conservatives in order to take our rights away. Yeah. You know, so I mean, if we want to go back down that path, then hey, I don't understand why anybody would want that.
We'll go back down what path?
The path of taking our rights away. That's what you just said. People are complaining about.
Oh yeah, they saying like we ain't got no rights already.
Well, we got rights. We sitting here. I'm sitting here and I'm able to criticize leaders of the government. You can't do that in every country.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm able to move freely, work where I want to work, do all these different type of things, talk crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't really do that everywhere. Yeah. Hold on, let's read. He say Kamala is attacking the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
Well, did you know that Kamala was a gun owner? You didn't know that, huh? That's fucking stupid. How's she attacking the Second Amendment? Help me understand.
Here we go. Yeah. Now we on Instagram now.
Mm-hmm. Help me understand how she's attacking the Second Amendment when she's a gun owner.
Right.
Say, look at the history of Trump, especially in New York. The racist stuff ain't true, but he does have a lot of racist folks that vote for him. What racist stuff ain't true? Well, actually, I know the history of Trump in New York. So let's talk about the history of Trump in New York. In New York, Trump took out a whole newspaper ad and called for the death of 5 Black and Hispanic teenagers, and after they were exonerated, he said that he still refused to apologize, and then he lied on them and said that they pled guilty, in which they didn't do. And then let's talk about something else Trump did in New York. Trump refused to rent to Black people in his apartments in New York.
I won't rent to some of these people out here.
So you know, I'm glad he said don't forget the history of his daddy. Trump's daddy was a literal Ku Klux Klansman. Let's talk about that. He was raised by a white supremacist, a Klansman. What makes you think that he's not a racist? Let's be real. Personally, I think she's the most qualified politician in the race that's fit, well, progressively better fit for the position. I think that she's the most progressive candidate that has ever secured a presidential nomination.
Did she actually secure a presidential nomination?
Yeah, she
had to do nothing to get it. They just gave it to her.
She's the presidential nominee.
She had to go through no primary.
She did.
She wouldn't have got chosen no primary.
You can't say that.
She wouldn't have.
You can't say
she
that.
Wouldn't have. Did she get chosen last time?
Well, it's people that didn't get chosen before they got chosen.
But did she get chosen last time? She was going against the same person. Did she get chosen last time?
Well, Hillary didn't get chosen her first time.
We ain't talking about Hillary. We talking about her.
Got chose.
We talking about her. Hold on.
Yes, so I'm just saying you can't say that.
was to get abortion. Man, why y'all still talking about abortion?
But to get abortion
rights, up to the state. The state, your state can choose if they want to let you get abortion. Now, if you got a problem with abortion, go holler at the people that's running your state.
Right, and that shouldn't be. When we was just talking about rolling,
I thought you just said local politics more important than the presidential.
Local politics are more important, but that don't mean that you should roll our rights back. That don't mean that. Matter of fact, let's put it like this: there was another issue that was big in America, and they said, you know what, we need to. This is a states' right issue. The Fed should not be involved in this because this is states' rights.
Yeah.
You know what that issue was? Slavery. Yeah. When they wanted to free the slaves, that they argued, they said this is states' rights. You can't get involved in this. The Fed don't need to be getting involved in this. It's states' rights. So that states' rights shit has always been a white supremacist talking point. Always.
We got another.
She said within her first 90 days, she's doing an assault weapons ban. I guess that's what he means. Assault weapons and magazine capacity ban. She said, we will come to your door. She didn't say that. Tim Waltz is talking about putting tampons in men's bathroom. Who gives a fuck? If you don't, let me ask you something.
That's a
if you don't
right
use a tampon, what the fuck does it matter where it's at?
Oh, man.
How does that hurt you? Make it make sense. They
could be used as a weapon.
What I'm saying. You're making shit up for one. But even if you wasn't, like, what does that bother you? And then secondly, you say she's doing an assault weapons and magazine capacity ban. What do you need an assault weapon or high capacity magazine in civilian society for?
Because the criminals got it. That's what we need it for.
No, you.
The criminals got it. The government got it.
That is how mass shootings happen.
The government got it.
So
the criminals got it.
We can't.
How we supposed to defend ourselves?
We want to.
Yeah, because they taking all the guns.
Nah, man, them people got shit that you can't even imagine. They got tanks. Like you can't fuck with the.
Yeah, we need to be able to get everything they got.
Regardless. So yeah, that was illegal way the appointment as her. That was illegal the way they appointment her as the elect.
Yeah.
Let me correct you. It's not illegal because it's up to the Democratic Party to nominate whoever, however they want. So legality is not a matter. And now, if you want to say it wasn't democratic, I agree with you. If you want to say that, I agree with you 100%. I believe that it should have been a primary situation, but I guess it wasn't enough time or whatever the case may be. But it shouldn't matter to you no way if you're a Republican.
They say, why you so hostile, man?
I'm not hostile.
Just chopping it up. Go our boy G, man. Even if she did say that, we not even see it in our lifetime.
Yeah, you have to understand anything that she wants, especially some of that magnitude, Congress has to pass. And due to the fact that a lot of your states are red states, even with Democratic representatives and Democratic senators, they're not going to do a law like that because they will lose their seats. So that's not happening. We in fantasy land.
Yeah.
We'll be able to answer more questions here soon.
Yeah, we good. Who else up on, man? What else y'all got in the questions? Hold on, they say that boy G say they said the same thing about Obama, but we still got our guns. Come on now, bro.
They say that about every Democratic president. They want to take your guns.
Just like they say every Republican president want to take your food stamps and your government assistance and Social Security and all that. Regular propaganda.
I'm not sure.
They say.
I'm not sure if they say that. Well, who the last person they said that about? I don't remember them saying that about.
They said that about Trump. They said that about George W. Bush. They said that about Trump. Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah. He old enough to remember. They said about Ronald Reagan too. Then Yeah, he was
Remember
there.
Bush.
He was our age when Ronald Reagan became the president.
I don't want.
Yeah. Kanye West said Bush ain't like black people.
Yeah. And you disagree with it?
I don't know that man personally.
I'm putting it like this.
I don't know him personally.
I wouldn't say he don't like.
There's a lot of niggas I don't like.
But I don't think he just cared.
I have to agree with you. They do say that about the Republican.
Well, I'm gonna put it like this: certain people, certain conservatives do want to take entitlements.
Yeah. What the Democrats
including Biden.
Say checkmate, I fuck with you, boy. Checkmate.
Including Biden. Biden was he was a conservative Democrat that wanted to tackle entitlements, but that's an issue that's gonna it's always gonna backfire, because you got to remember Republicans get entitlements too. So that's an issue that you really don't want to. Matter of fact, Trump said he told his party don't even speak on it.
Yeah.
He say, nah, they did take our guns under the Clinton assault weapons ban in '94.
Yeah.
And so you don't have guns now? Or are you just not making sense?
They took the assault weapons back then. It was an assault weapon ban in '94. I forgot who lifted that ban. Somebody had lifted it though, all right. like in the early 2000s.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, but I'm asking you this.
Bush lifted it. Yeah, it was Bush.
I'm asking you this. How did that hurt? How did that hurt society? Are you mad because you lost your toys?
No. I don't like how you say toys, man. Let me see.
How was that detrimental to society?
My boy 308 Younger said Trump 2025, motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's a young man. He don't know.
Man, the young people woke. They woke, man. These young people woke out here, man. They ain't falling for the rigmarole, man. Let's go to see what the news talking about, man. Let me see what they talking about, dog.
Challenging for the Democrats, but they've got more incumbents in those races. So we'll see where that comes out at the end of the night. Put your predictions in at tyt.com, by the way. And the House races that you're seeing are the ones that are easy and called right away in the safe blue and red states like Vermont and Kentucky. So you'll see that going throughout the night as it gets updated. All right, so let's take a quick break here, and then we'll come back with more results.
We go with them boys taking a break, ain't
it? We go to somebody else, man.
All right, let me do a little quick plug here. It's not even a plug. I'm bragging, okay? I'm bragging. Watch me. We have a channel on YouTube, a whole channel devoted just to the Young Turks. It's badass, right? Wow, man. I can see the voice.
You guys are rock stars.
Unbelievable. Senator Sanders, welcome.
Oh, no, what the?
That ain't live.
Why did no one tell Louisiana?
I need commercials, man. This ain't my regular page, so here we go. See what they talking about. You know they don't not talking about that mess. You know they mess on up.
Gives you the freedom to tell your story
Oh,
with a professional website that reflects who you are and what you have to offer. Customize every element of your website.
Trump. It's 23-3 Trump.
To meet your needs and achieve your goals.
But as I told y'all before, that's always
Create a unique visual experience.
Do you know
that
Kamala
enhances
family
your
was
product
slave on
and amplifies your message.
Right on her father's
Expand
side.
your website with content that.
I heard the same. That what Judge Joe Brown said.
Why people saying we're gonna be slaves? Because more than likely that's the path we're taking.
We weren't slaves 4 years ago.
Well, let's put it like this: most of the things that Trump tried to do when he was president the first time, the people that were in position that had to initiate it didn't allow him to. They said no. That's why a lot of them got fired and all that. No, it's true.
No.
It's true.
No.
James Madison said it. He said it. Like buku people in his administration, almost everybody in his administration said that this man is a threat to democracy, and they didn't endorse him. His vice president didn't endorse him. Watch this. My boy Bernie Sanders. But watch this here. Do you know that when Black Lives Matter protesters were in the streets, Donald Trump ordered the military to go shoot them? They refused his order. And that's the only reason. And that's the only reason that we didn't have a constitutional crisis then.
You cool with people tearing shit up in front of your house?
No.
They come tear your house up. You cool with that?
That's not what was going on.
Yes, it is. People that own businesses, they over there tearing people businesses up. You cool with that?
They was tearing down corporations.
You cool with that?
They was tearing down.
It's people who own shares in them corporations.
I don't care about that shit.
See, so you don't care about the American who save their money and investing in companies.
Man, these people ain't hurting. You talking about people.
Who are you to say that these people not hurt?
The corporations, the multi-million-dollar
corporations. They is hurt.
They're not hurt.
They losing money every year.
They're not losing. They have insurance on these bills.
Insurance don't cover the whole thing. Insurance do not cover your full loss.
Yes, it do.
No, it doesn't.
These are multi-million-dollar corporations.
Insurance don't work like that.
They have
it don't cover your full loss. It might cover $600,000 off $1 million loss.
No,
yes,
these people don't have.
These insurance don't work like that.
These people don't have no bullshit insurances.
That's not bullshit insurance I'm talking about. Insurance don't work like that, playboy.
Man, bullshit.
Well, shit, you just gonna be shitty.
He ordered the National Guard in and told the police to stand down.
Yeah.
What? I don't know what that means. Did you know that Kamala family was slave owners to right on her father's side, and Joe was associated with Robert Byrd, and that was his mentor? Who the fuck is Joe? Joe Biden. I don't give a fuck about no Joe Biden. I don't even like Joe Biden. Trump ain't. I mean, that's what y'all got to get out y'all head too. Harris ain't Biden. Biden ain't Harris. Go look at their voting records. It's totally different. Biden was a conservative Democrat. Harris is liberal as fuck.
Hold on. We finna check this out right. So.
We have a guest host to look forward to this morning for a while. And back in July, billionaire business leader Robert Johnson, who supported Hillary Clinton in the 2016 election, told CNBC's Hadley Gamble the economy is doing great. And he gave President Trump a lot of that credit.
I think the economy is doing absolutely great, and it's particularly reaching into populations that heretofore have had very bad problems in terms of jobs, employment, and the opportunities that come with full employment. So African-American unemployment is at its lowest level. I give President Trump, and I've said this before on Squawk Box, I give President a lot of credit for moving the economy in a positive direction that's benefiting a large number of Americans. I think the tax cuts clearly helped stimulate the economy. I think business people have a little bit more confidence in the way the economy is going.
Trump responded with a tweet reconfirming what Johnson said about the economy, tax cuts, and jobs. And the president added, "Thank you, Robert, one of our great business leaders." So welcome, Bob, today. It's great to have you here. I guess thanks. First thing I would ask you, just that might be most relatable to our viewers, is the economy, you still see it the same way? Because we've had a lot of recession fears lately. So instead of getting into the politics, is business good at our?
I'm not going to define what a recession is. I mean, the economists can do that. You know what it means.
Yeah. Go back to your people.
Southeastern Salvage Home Import.
Yeah, goddamn commercials, y'all. Yeah, what's up? Talk to us. What y'all talking about? So tell me, like, what's your main reason? That ain't got nothing to do with Trump. that you going for Kamala Harris for?
Okay. I knew you asked me this, so I wrote some things now, so I'll make sure I know.
All right.
For one, Kamala wants to raise the minimum wage to $15 per hour. She wants to cancel all medical debt. She wants to help working parents by expanding the child tax credit. She wants to expand Medicare to cover home health care, vision, and hearing. And those are just a few things. When she was senator, she proposed a legalization of marijuana and a retroactive bill for marijuana, which would allow those people who were prosecuted in marijuana easier accesses to gain their growers card and things like that, to where they can actually get within the business so they can capitalize off of what they were punished for at first. What else did she do? Let me think. I'll see if I can think of it off the top of my head. But that's good enough right there for now. He got the FBI to investigate George Floyd's situation. Usually police are investigated by Internal Affairs. All of them officers got convicted. Harris' record as DA was downright devilish. You're a fucking liar. Her DA, her record as DA in Cali, it wasn't devilish. I don't know where you get that from, but you say he got the FBI to investigate George Floyd.
Say ugly man.
Did he? Let's see.
You want to fact check that?
Yeah, because niggas just say anything. He said he
did. Why you can't take the brother word, man? I bet if you
yeah, it looked like he did.
Oh, well, it said no right here.
Oh, he didn't put in the paperwork now. Okay, it was. I did. Open up.
I put the
okay, yeah, okay. So no, that's a lie. What happened was he was prosecuted by the state, and after the state prosecuted him, that the Justice Department opened up a different case. Far as a civil rights investigation, which could have came from anybody. Like, I can show you how to put in a request for a civil rights investigation right now, because we do this for people all the time when the police fuck them up. But it was not ordered by Trump, so he gave them no directive to do so. He said he did, but he didn't put in the paperwork to do so.
You all right now, man?
Which is what he does all the time. He lies and say this, but he don't actually do it.
Calculated on that night. So, for example, in North Carolina, with 2% of the vote in, you don't know if those are day of voters. If they were day of voters, then that's great news for Kamala Harris. Or if they're early voters, in which case it's more expected news that the early voters were going to go to Kamala Harris, and you're just seeing something that was already expected. So that's why that makes a giant difference.
And on that specifically, like, you have to go to a million different places for a lot of this information, but apparently North Carolina is one of the states that has changed
she's
the
not
law,
basically
the
running the country.
so that you are not
this is how I know y'all government illiterate. She's not basically running the country. She's the vice president. Vice presidents have no power other than what the president allow them to do. So if I want to do this wholeheartedly, if my president wants to be in a different direction, there's nothing I can do because he's the boss. So y'all need to stop that shit with she can do it right now. No, she can't. She don't have power.
Necessarily going to get immediate reporting of early votes. The information that comes out early on after the polls close could well be stuff day of, but being reported fast, particularly if they're in small counties that can count it much quicker.
I forgot what I was going to say. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Erica, like America, I'm going to read these. Sometimes randomly, sometimes from point. Wrote this, and I did it, guys. I walked 2 miles to and from my polling place to vote with a broken knee, twisted ankle, bruised hip, and bad joints in the thunderstorm.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. She said, God himself could not stop me. Almost feels like someone was trying to. Yeah. That is I've never heard a story like that. If that's accurate, wow. Okay.
So long distance, were any of those injuries there at the beginning or just as a product of walking 4 miles?
2 miles. But anyway.
To and fro.
Yeah, and thank you though for doing that.
But that's why
because it's not because hey, yeah, rah, Kamala. It's because you cared enough about our democracy. You cared enough about having a voice that you went through all that. Voters shouldn't have to go through all that to vote. And one of the things that the Republicans do, as they cry about voter fraud, they do voter suppression as a regular course of business in every single election. And the dirtiest, cheapest one is what the most visual one that you see in every election cycle, which is the giant lies. I had a friend, it's actually Dollar Bill from Billions. He's been on the show before. He's a huge Democrat, unlike his character on Billions. And he was helping canvass in Pennsylvania. They got to Lehigh. And because it's a college campus, there aren't that many voting booths. Why? Especially in states controlled by Republican legislatures, they make sure there are less voting booths in.
Is married.
Okay, so look. Yeah, this is when we go.
You're done. There should be enough voting booths for everyone.
Yeah, so look, I want to speak to what he was talking about with Kamala's DA record, because a lot of people are always saying this and they don't know what they be talking about, but let's talk about it. They always talking about, Kamala locked up thousands of people for marijuana, this and that. So let's talk about what it really happened. During Harris's tenure as California's Attorney General from 2011 to 2017, this is what people be talking about. Over 1,900 people were admitted to state prisons for marijuana and hashish-related charges. But cannabis-related charges in California are prosecuted by district attorneys in individual counties, not attorney generals. Kamala Harris was the district attorney for San Francisco from 2004 to 2011. And during her tenure, she sentenced only 45 people total, not just black people, to state prisons for marijuana-related charges. So over 7 years, she sentenced 45 people total, not just black people, to state prison for marijuana-related charges. So let's stop that shit about she sent all these thousands of people, thousands of black men to jail for marijuana, because that did not happen.
What you said something? Let me get. How about Trump order bomb 30? Man, that man ain't do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he ain't do that. Why you on his spreading propaganda? Now, you know what I'm saying? You can't be doing that. You know what I'm saying? What did he say? Right means you have to pay back.
Let's talk about what Trump is planning to do.
Hold on, let go. What they talking about on Instagram? Say Trump do that for us. Her policy. All this going on. All this already going on. I know what you were saying.
Yeah, so let's talk about what Trump do plan to do. You got, Trump's agenda 47. Let's talk about that. Trump's agenda 47, it posed great risk to in a state where weed is illegal. It wasn't legal back then. See, that's what I'm saying. Niggas just say anything. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
Ain't that crazy how niggas just say anything?
In a state where weed legal.
Weed wasn't legal back then. You think weed been legal forever?
It was decriminalized back then, though.
Back when? In 2011?
In California, yeah. They wasn't ever fucking with you for weed like that in California, boy.
California legalized weed on November 9th, 2016. Stop the bullshit.
I said decriminalized. I ain't say it was legal. They was turning blind eyes. That's what they were doing. It ain't nothing.
But if you get arrested, she's not the one arresting people. If you no, it won't. Yeah, no, it won't.
So when did it get decriminalized?
It never did. It didn't. That bill that they put forth to decriminalize it didn't pass. They legalized it.
Well, they was turning blind eyes
in 2016, and she's not out there arresting nobody.
So
if something come across her desk, that means the police arrested you. She has a job to do. She has a job to do. So, like I said, stop the lies because that's all it is. And you see how niggas just be saying stuff. But okay, I got a question. So, how do y'all feel about Trump's response to the January 6th riot? I'll let him answer it.
Oh, he had nothing to do with it. He told them people don't come there with that bullshit.
See, are we gonna lie? Or we gonna?
He can't. He is not responsible for what people do. He told them don't come to his house with that bullshit. Now they just so have, they got people that's infiltrated to make the other side look bad. You heard me? Yeah.
So when the people came in and they said, Trump, we need you to tell the people to go home, and he didn't do it. What do you think about that? Like what?
What?
When the rioting was going on and they came and told him, Trump, we need you to go out and tell the people to stop this. Oh yeah, he just talking. He don't know nothing about nothing. You see that? That's insane.
1975, it was decriminalized. What you talking about, Rob? Yeah, that might know what he talking about. Checkmate. Yeah. Shout out to Checkmate.
Where was it decriminalized at?
Shout out to my dog, Checkmate, right?
Yeah, niggas just be talking. But anyway, why didn't he go out and tell the people to go home when they initially asked him to do it?
You see that, boy? Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's how it goes.
Let me share the screen.
I guess you ain't gonna answer that.
What? Answer what? Somebody put a question up.
Why did he not know? Why did he not do that when they asked him to go to tell the people to go home? Why didn't he go out and tell the people to go home when they was rioting, breaking in all shit?
Man, they were protesting. They got every right to protest. Just like them Black Lives Matter people protesting, they had their right to protest.
They were rioting.
No, they were protesting. Shit just went left. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that happened around the Black Lives Matter shit too. You know what I'm saying? You ain't just gonna.
And you just maligned them. So why aren't you keeping that same energy?
I ain't say they wrong. They not wrong. I said you can't blame him for that. I ain't never say they not wrong for doing what they did.
Well,
what you ain't gonna do is sit here and put words in my mouth.
Well, I'm asking you why it didn't. Okay, let's talk about Trump's agenda 47. Okay.
Oh, there he is. He's gone political. But that was an act of rebellion on my part because I requested 25 plus times to speak to Kamala Harris.
Why she don't want to speak with nobody being
fucking
black?
racist.
She don't want,
Never
you ain't
got
black, she
so
don't want to
much
talk
as
to you.
a
he's
yes,
a racist.
no,
Both
maybe.
Both of them.
That's overboard.
Wouldn't agree to.
Trump was overboard too.
An interview. I asked to speak to her. I asked to speak. Maybe Robin and I sit down with she and her husband. Asked to have a dinner interview, and there are people that are very close.
What have
I have
said
very
that
close
you want me to
friends
fact
in the
check?
power structure of the Democratic Party who know me well. And said, let me tell you something.
Anything I'm saying is already.
He would never disrespect the office
I got it from
of the president or vice president of the United States because he thinks it's a. When I spoke at the Trump rally, everybody would go, oh, there he is. He's gone political. But that was. I offered to give the idea.
Oh, look. I it right here in front of you.
Pretty bitch won't stop.
Ain't nobody about church, right?
So look, like I said, we talk about Trump Agenda 47. All right, Trump Agenda 47. He plans to cut funding for schools teaching critical race theory. Y'all know what critical race theory is. I hope you do. If you don't, look it up. And he want to eliminate all diversity programs, reducing the support for students of color. The agenda aims to implement more aggressive policing measures, including the reintroduction of stop and frisk practices that we said on this show and talked so much against when it was Nicholson trying to do it, which disproportionately target Black and minority individuals. It also proposes the death penalty for drug dealers and grants immunity to police officers, potentially increasing racial injustice and police violence. Additionally, he seeks to shut down the Department of Education, further undermining educational equity. These measures will reinforce systemic racism, exacerbate disparities, and hinder progress towards justice and equity in these communities. And this is what y'all want. How do y'all vote for a PDF file anyway?
I don't see none of that you talking about up on here.
Well, go. You ain't looking for it.
It's Agenda 47 is former President Donald Trump palace for a potential second term in office. The term Agenda 47 refers to Trump's global goal to become the 47th president of the United States if re-elected in the 2024 presidential race. The agenda encompasses various policies and proposals focusing on issues like border security, economic revitalization, energy independence, national security, and draining the swamp, which is his term for government reform aimed at reducing bureaucratic power and corruption. Key pointers include border security, economic policies, energy independence, foreign policy, government reform. Yeah, I don't see nothing about nothing you just said.
He said government reform.
Yeah.
That's part of it. That's the specifics of it.
It's saying government reform addressing bureaucratic control and widespread instruction certain federal agencies to enhance accountability. Because like in government, like they don't get promoted off doing well. Like you ain't gotta have a success rate. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I was just going through that with somebody.
Okay, so why did you skip the whole education? You heard me speak about education.
What you talking about?
You purposely skipped the education part.
What you talking about?
Oh, well, you on ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Go to the actual Trump and Vance Agenda 47 plan.
Yeah, show me what you talking about.
Boom, we just start here. President Trump will get critical race theory, transgender ideology, and left-wing indoctrination out of our schools.
Yeah.
That's enough right there. What's the problem with critical race theory? Because for one,
why do it need to be? What's the point of it being there?
Well, critical race theory.
What did critical race theory do for you? Like, I don't remember getting taught no critical race theory in no school.
They don't teach it in fucking school.
When did they teach it?
They don't.
So what's the point of them teaching it now?
They don't.
So what's the point if they never taught it? What's the point of them teaching it now?
They don't.
So what's the big plus if they never taught it?
Okay, all right. Let me explain. Yeah. This is the point. What they do is, well, let me explain what critical race theory is first, and then I explain what the problem. Critical race theory is a higher level. You gotta all right, you got college, you know what I'm saying? You got your low level college, you got your associate's degree, then you got your bachelor's. It's not even taught in that level.
Yeah.
You have to be going for a master's, a doctorate in law or something to be taught critical race theory. But what they're doing is they're saying, oh, you're teaching about Dr. Martin Luther King, or you're teaching about Rosa Parks. We're going to call that critical race theory. And then they dock your funding from your school for teaching basic Black history. And guess what happens? Now it's illegal, essentially, effectively, to teach Black history.
But it's just an assumption.
No, it's not. That's what it is.
You saying, but you don't.
They do not teach critical race theory in grade school.
You saying they consider Martin Luther King and all that critical race theory?
Yes.
No, show me in writing what they.
I'm finna show you. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that
from a reliable source.
All right, I'm finna too.
Yeah.
Hey, I just did it. Well, I feel like I just got out of church. You know how you feel when you just wait, put my stick on. I just did it. Right there. Wait, where my heart at? Yeah, my heart right now. Feel like I just got out of church. I did it.
Gamefly is.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
It's like several states have banned or restricted Black history books, including Florida, Texas, and Alabama. Florida has passed laws that make it more difficult to teach accurate Black history in schools. For example, HB 1467 requires reading materials to be pre-approved, which can prevent students from reading their favorite books. A Pulitzer Prize winning book about the caste system was pulled from shelves in Texas due to graphic content. In Alabama, that has passed restrictions on Black history books. Iowa, Missouri, South Carolina, Michigan, Utah all have. Some of the books that have been banned are The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings by Maya Angelou, The Color Purple by Alice Walker, Stamped, Racism, Anti-Racism, and You by Abram X. Kendi and Jason Reynolds, The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison, Song of Solomon by Toni Morrison, Beloved by Toni Morrison. The Underground Railroad has been banned from being taught about in Florida, Texas, and Oklahoma. So there's just some of the things that I was kind of trying to speak to.
There's a state issue though, right? There's nothing national. There's nothing federal. That's on the state level.
That is that agenda.
But that's on the state
passed level. On the state level. That's what it looks like on the state level. You pass it federally, all that means is it's over the whole entire country. So yes, that is that on a state level. So I don't understand. I just can't understand why people would want to get behind not only a PDF file, a stone cold racist who says in Charlottesville that when white supremacists are marching with their suits on, that there are good people on both sides. I can't see how I can understand how a white person can get behind it. I can't see how a black person could get behind a stone cold racist like that. And all of this stuff is gonna hurt marginalized communities. Us, black people, our kids' friends, which will indirectly affect our kids. If a child that's not embraced by the village will burn it down so it feels its warmth. That's an African proverb. If there are children in our neighborhood that's gonna be struggling that bad, like if they're gonna be struggling that immensely, yeah, that's how it's gonna be in the beginning. I'll keep telling. If they're gonna be struggling that immensely, then indirectly your kids are going to suffer for it because it's a peer pressure thing. Same reason a lot of us was fucked up because we was around fucked up people.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be worse than it was then because the little things that we had are being took away because we got a fucking Klansman in the office that says he wants to be a dictator on day one and he wants to terminate the Constitution. You got to remember, in Nazi Germany, when Hitler came to power, Germany was not a dictatorship. And it was a minority, just like it's a minority of Negroes. It was a minority of Jews that actually voted along with Hitler. They didn't know that this was a real nut job because everybody, they took it for granted the same way people are doing now. He's telling you what he want to do. And people are saying, oh, he's playing. He got a hit list. He's not playing. I don't know what make people think he's playing. Everything that he said he wanted to do, he tried to do it. That's what people feel like. He tried to do it cool. It didn't succeed, but it wasn't for a lack of trying. He tried. This time he's gonna have people around him that's not gonna be barriers to what he want to do. They're gonna be down with what he want to do. That's the difference. This is gonna be a dangerous environment to live in if Donald Trump becomes our next president of the United States.
Proposed for businesses that are already paying a lot in taxes. And I think he's a real candidate that is behind hardworking Americans and blue collar workers.
I voted for Donald Trump today, and I voted for him because the last 4 years weren't really great with the border, with inflation, with foreign policy.
I didn't like paying $5 per gallon at one point. Still up 50%. Groceries are up. Rent is up. Pretty much everything's up. Wages are down. And then, Kamala Harris, when she was asked, what would you do differently? She said, nothing.
I think he's going to straighten out the economy, the inflation, straighten out the border, almost everything. I don't think she's qualified. There's a lot of things about Trump I don't like the way but I like his policies.
What brought you out to vote for former President Trump here today?
The economy more than anything. I think it's going to be pretty close in this county.
Are you nervous about the former president's chances out here today?
A little.
Why is that?
I'm pretty confident that from what I see in except in the city. So, I mean, that's where most of the votes are.
He was able to go on many, many interviews and put himself up front without a script. He was thinking off the top of his head with every single interview he had. I get a sense of strength in him. He's very keep America together.
I like the tax.
Okay, so look, y'all, this is what we got so far. We got Michigan, Kamala leading in Michigan. We got Kamala leading in Pennsylvania. I'm only naming swing states and states that are that Democrats need to win a presidential election. She got Michigan, Pennsylvania. She's leading in Virginia and North Carolina. President Trump is leading in Georgia, which the Dems had last time. But it's a slight lead and it's going down. So I'm gonna say this, y'all. If this stay like this and she gets Michigan, Pennsylvania, Virginia, and North Carolina, once we see what happens in Arizona and Iowa, if she takes Arizona and Iowa after that, it's good night, Irene. But all those states that I said she had the lead in, she has to keep that lead. She has to keep that lead. He talking about don't look up. So what are you talking about? Didn't use the military again, bro. What has she done as vice president? That's the dumbest shit. That's a dumb question. What do vice presidents do? What did Joe Biden do as vice president? What did what was Trump vice president name? What was Trump vice president? Mike Pence. What did Mike Pence do as vice president?
And are now projecting that there's likely to be statewide unofficial results here in Michigan by tomorrow midday, by Wednesday midday, if not sooner. The key reason for that is because the state now allows pre-processing of mail-in absentee ballots. So that has allowed these county clerks to do a lot of the work on the front end.
But I'm very optimistic and hopeful that we'll have those unofficial results in sooner than we did in 2020.
That would be earlier than we saw Michigan report the unofficial results last cycle. It was at the end of the day, 8 p.m. on Wednesday. And we're here in Kent County where the voting has been going quite smoothly. People are voting for both Trump here and Harris. So we'll have to watch and see where this critical county lands.
If we don't show up tomorrow, it is entirely possible that we will not have the opportunity to ever cast a ballot again.
Actually, I'm disappointed. I think Oprah's become a major divider in our country. And I think, frankly, she should be ashamed of herself. And you know who else should be ashamed? Fox. Because I've seen Oprah on Fox about 50 times making the same statement. And I think it's a disgrace what Fox does.
Why you don't want
everyone
the
thinks
media
Fox
to
is
be
so
able
pro-Trump. They're not
to have?
pro-Trump
Why
at
you don't
all.
want us to have a
They've
free
put
media?
Oprah on all morning long. That's all I see is Oprah.
If we don't show up tomorrow,
why can't we have a free press?
it is entirely possible
No, you said
that we will not have
the press ain't fair.
Free, like no,
Ain't fair.
people should be allowed to go wherever they want to and speak whether they agree with you or not. Okay. Yeah, all this expected. All this expected. Once we start getting into some of these swing states. Now I'm gonna tell you, the minute the Democrats find out how to flip Texas, they'll never win. The Republicans will never win another election in the history of America. But they gotta figure out how to do that shit. But I will say this is good for Trump. The fact that he does have Georgia at this. Well, he's leading in Georgia at this point. But I don't know if Atlanta has come in yet.
3 reasons.
When I
don't know if Atlanta has come in their metropolitan area. Ooh-wee. Let's see how we're looking in the House and the Senate. Okay, well, right now the Republican Party has gained at 1 seat on us in the Senate. We had I think it was like a 50-50 split, like 48-50, but two of the independents caucus with the Democrats. So we lost the seat in the Senate. Okay, let's get back to this. Oh no, we got some governor races. Okay, right now the Republicans is 22-20 on the governors. Yeah, we can't let these Republicans take over our country. Either we have a country or we don't have a country. And if these Republicans take over our country, it's a good night, Irene, for the minorities. These people are racist. The John Nicholson and all them type of people, you know what I'm talking about, how they is here, them the same way the Republicans is in other states.
Yeah.
It's the same. We fooling ourselves to think that these people care about us because they Republicans and from a different area. I'm the same people. They hate niggas. Well, if they don't want to identify as male or female, then shit. So
not to cheer, though, man.
Y'all too caught up in people pants anyway. Get out of people pants. Get out of people drawers and panty drawers. We sick of it.
Your child need to come to school whatever they were born is until they get of a certain age. You shouldn't be in no kindergarten talking about you a different sex.
I don't think they say they're a different sex. I think they say they're a different gender.
Different gender, sex, ain't that the same thing?
No.
Male, female, that's your sex, ain't it?
Yeah.
What's the gender? Male, female, right?
No.
What gender is?
Man, woman.
The same. A man is a male and a woman is
No,
a female.
no.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You want me to explain it, or you just gonna say no? No, that's not that. I hate when y'all say scientific. Y'all come on, y'all not scientists, bro. I'm a scientist. So let's talk. Like, it's not even, if we speak scientifically, it's more than two sexes.
How many sexes is it?
It's at least three.
What the third sex is?
You have male, female, and hermaphrodite.
What's a hermaphrodite?
Hermaphrodite is where you are like intersex.
Like you male and female. You got two
you have two
sexual organs.
Separate genitalia.
Yeah.
But it's more complicated than that, because there are women with XY chromosome that can have babies and everything. Like, people, that's what I'm saying. People don't understand. People, so they get caught up in religion. They think like this is absolute, and that's not true. It's just not true. But when you in the Southern Bible Belt, that's all they can go with. Did y'all know it was the Republicans that helped free slaves? Here we go. Okay, let's do history lessons. Yes, it was the Republicans. Did you know that those Republicans that you speak of were considered liberals? You know how the Republicans of today are always attacking liberals? Those Republicans back then were considered liberals, and the Democrats and Dixiecrats were considered conservatives. So there was a whole ideological switch that happened throughout the time, that transform these parties. So when you say that, you have to understand the ideologies that went along with both parties at the time. So it's the Republicans of that time are not the Republicans of today. Same like even a couple of years ago, the Republican Party is not the party of Trump. It's different. Conservatism meant something. It don't mean nothing today. That's what I was talking about. Fulton County. So when Fulton County comes in Clayton County, then we'll really be able to see what Georgia really looking like. That's when we'll be able to see what Georgia looking like. And if we get Georgia as well, then y'all really in trouble. He said Jim Crow law was written by hence reason why Martin Luther King was never a Republican. Martin Luther King was not a partisan. Martin Luther King wasn't a partisan. Malcolm X wasn't a partisan. Fred Hampton wasn't a partisan. None of these people were. They used to criticize white conservatives just as much as they criticize white liberals. You're full of shit. Neither party really care about us. I'd rather deal with the racist that I know is racist, not the one that tell me they're not and stabs me in the back. That's stupid. I would rather deal with the one that panders to me. I would not rather deal with the one who's flat out racist and gone. I would rather deal with a fox than I deal with a wolf. I'm gonna put it like that. Because that wolf gonna slaughter you. The fox gonna try to be slick. And when that fox trying to be slick, you can be slicker than that motherfucker. Why did the switch happen? Well, the switch happened because of basically it was gradual, but you had a civil war. You had this man named Abraham Lincoln. I don't know if you heard of him or not. But this man named Abraham Lincoln, he freed the slaves. If you go look at his speeches, Abraham Lincoln was a stone cold racist. He said black people are not equal to white people and never will they be. He said, if we could keep black people slaves, I would. If I could keep black people slaves and keep this nation, I would. But I can't. I got to find a way to unify this nation and keep this nation one. That is why he freed the slaves. You got to remember, most people back then were stone cold racists that were white. It still kind of today, but back then it was strong. You know what I'm talking about? And over time, you had a gradual switch of ideology. Now, what happened with Democrats and Republicans? Democrats, they did this thing to where they were trying to well, no, let me backtrack. Republicans, they were trying to appeal to white Southern voters. So they did this thing called the Southern Strategy. And they tried to make it like they were the tough on crime people. And they ran ads of white people with blackface on it, like black people was raping white women, and they were saying they were full of weed when they were doing it, and things of that sort. And in order to counter that, because the Democrats started losing all these elections. Now I'm explaining you how white people, how Republicans became super conservative. That's the Southern strategy. The Southern strategy. Now Democrats, in order to try to win those people back, Bill Clinton came along and said, well, I'm a Democrat, but I'm not like those Democrats. I'm tough on crime. And that's when you got the crime bill from Joe Biden and Bill Clinton. Joe Biden, stone cold racist. Stone cold racist. See, I tell the truth, I don't care nothing about your party. Stone cold racist. Was back then, I still think he is today.
Who?
Joe Biden.
Who?
You know what I'm talking about? they that's where that's why black people don't have a party. Like we don't have a party. But where black people mess up at is they say, well, the Democrats haven't been delivering, so I'm gonna go to the Republicans. But the Republicans are 1,000 times worse than those Democrats. That's what you failing to realize. The Republicans aren't a better choice. Now, what you do is they have progressives inside. You pick you a progressive and you run with that. You run with those progressives.
Will belittle anyone.
But the Democratic Party as a
let's
whole
head back
will
to the
attack
things we're talking
progressives,
about.
and they try
So,
to push them
Rashad,
out.
a lot of talk in this campaign about
Who are the
young black men
progressives?
going
AOC,
to Trump more than they would historically.
Jayapal, Ayanna Pressley, Bernie Sanders, who are some more? Two of them just got Cori Bush. She just got pushed out. My boy that just got pushed out of New York. Those are the progressives. Those are the people that actually care for you. And the main thing is this: if you want a party that's going to work for you, then you got to get money out of politics. We got corporate corporations are running both parties. As long as you got money in politics, as long as money determines who win, who got the most money determine who win, then they gonna always answer to the corporations, and they never gonna care about the people. It's that simple.
Overwhelmingly for Harris. It then let other demographics off the hook, so to speak, who should have been in that conversation in a more authentic way. And then it dissuades from the conversation of policies. Because if you actually black or not black, male or not male, who say I'm at I don't know with Kamala Harris, or maybe you're at a no with Kamala Harris, listen to their why. And it's typically not because they believe MAGA is delivering something special. It's because they believe the Democratic Party has not delivered something special enough to them for being that kind of loyal voting class. And so when we fail to contextualize their why, or even listen to their why, and clump them into this block of, well, you have to do it this way no matter what makes that kind of ideology different than what MAGA is doing by supporting Trump just because he's white, bigoted, and protects their racism? So at the end of the day, you have to get something for the policy exchange. That's what politics is about. So you have to address it. And if you're not willing to address it, sometimes you get some of these fluctuations in politics.
Yeah, even the way that you were phrasing the answer there, Rashad, it goes to the problem with the Democratic Party, because when they start talking about different demographics, instead of thinking, how can I deliver for them? They think, how can I blame them after the election?
How can I scold them?
Right.
Scold them into supporting us. And that's just not a tactic that's going to resonate with people. So I thank you for bringing up policy, because, one of the things that you'll hear from a lot of men who are voting for Trump is that they're terrified of World War III and getting drafted into a war that they don't want to fight. And Trump has gotten away with really presenting himself as the peace candidate. And Kamala Harris hasn't really challenged him on that at all. Maybe it's because she's been campaigning alongside a neocon like Liz Cheney, and the Biden administration doesn't exactly have the most peaceful record. But who knows? I mean, Trump has gotten away with that messaging. But the point is to say, listen to what the voters are saying, rather than scolding them for being disillusioned with the party or unhappy with what's been going on.
Yeah, so we're up against the break here, but John's got
one call before
one call, and then I want to ask one last question to Rashad.
Yeah. Crucial, shocking Senate call: Bernie Sanders will stay in the Senate.
Oh wow,
still nice.
Okay,
man.
Yeah,
like 100.
It's he was on TV. We showed it in the first hour of the Young Turks. He looks better than all the senators. And he sounds better. Anyways, Rashad, last question. Trump did deliver for HBCUs, and it never gets talked about. And I wonder if that had any effect or no effect on votes. What's your take on that?
Well, let's talk about if he delivered. What did he do? Right? He gave you something, but still didn't give you everything. President Obama gave you basically nothing with an HBCU. Democrats got to do better. it was so easy for Trump to do just a little bit. Now, remember, Trump then turned around and put in his budget to defund TRIO, which is the federal program that funds Upward Bound, educational talent search, and that helps first generational college students get into college without having to pay for things like SATs, transcripts, and college admission fees. So he takes money from one place and then says, but I'm adding money here. And all he's doing is switching money out back and forth. So it's up to sometimes the college president, to be frank with you, to articulate appropriately what did happen and what did not happen. Now, with
I got a
President
relationship
Obama, he
with
did
Chief
very little for
Wayne.
HBCUs. I get criticized every time I say that, but it's true. Every HBCU president would tell you this. But they couldn't say that because President Obama was very beloved by Black people. And if you start saying that as a Black HBCU president, all of a sudden, Black parents and Black students stopped coming to your Black school. So they were in a quagmire, basically, to say anything. And so Trump comes in, he does the very little, and then he takes money out of something that was very effective at the same time.
But do you think it might have had any effect on the voters, or not really?
I don't think so. I think HBCU students are aware that this was, kind of a political thing more so than anything else. HBCU presidents definitely, they were not tricked by this. And the only thing I think it may have done, Jank, if anything, there are probably some who will utilize the argument in order to dissuade an undecided voter, perhaps.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know, it's historically Black colleges and universities, and so Trump did give a little bit of money there, but as Rashad just explained, he took it from another part of the budget. So everybody check out Indisputable, 2:30 p.m. Eastern, every single day, Monday through Friday. Rashad is amazing. And Rashad, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And I was gonna say good luck the rest of the night. Good luck to all of us the rest of the night.
These states don't come in until
we'll talk soon.
All
right. We got to take a quick break here. When we get back, Michael Schur's in the house, Epic Politics Man, etc. And so we're going to get heavy duty into the results. So I don't care if it's 9% or 11%. We're going to start to break down each one of these states and start to figure out, because we had the bad news in Florida where Trump overperformed his 2020 results. We got the good news in Pennsylvania that so far Harris is overperforming Biden in 2020. So let's figure out what's going on here, because those are going to be very indicative for who's going to win this election. We're now in absolute crunch time. So come right back.
Yeah, I got a relationship with Chief Wayne, man. Cool guy. He really cared too. And he ain't just all about locking niggas up. But he will lock a nigga up.
Yeah, lock their ass up.
How's voting going? Well, about half an hour left until the polls close, and then we have this anxious 1 hour wait until they announce the first results. All the early ballots that came in have already been counted. We wait
Oh, this from another country.
and they can give us those.
And they be reporting on our shit. Report on their shit.
Come in overall. So we'll be looking for clues into
Sometimes we do.
as to which way this is going.
But we the most important country in the world.
The definitive result.
She's spitting that
What's
shit.
at stake in Arizona, of course, it's a really closely contested battleground state, narrowly won by the Democrats last time around. Tiny
That's the BBC.
margin. Donald Trump is working really hard to win this state back. Kind of colliding here because it is a border state with hundreds
the
of miles
BBC.
of border with Mexico. Of course, illegal immigration has been such a contentious
That's gonna be the
talking point
one
in
of
this
the big
election.
states I was
Claims
telling
that
you
Donald
about.
Trump has repeated again and again about what he calls an invasion of illegal migrants coming across the border. So it'll be a test of his promises of mass deportations. How well have they been going down with voters here? But that's
This a
not
close
enough.
ass race, bro.
Also on the ballot in Arizona, and we know that the Kamala Harris campaign is hoping that drives up the female vote, which could benefit them. So
This a close ass race.
not to to mention where I'm standing now, there were armed protesters who gathered here 4 years ago when there were claims that the vote was rigged.
Oh yeah,
Conspiracy
man.
theories that were spread by
You
Donald
know,
Trump and his allies.
Talk about it.
The
you
voters,
know,
the
get on here.
election workers
Oh
counting
yeah,
votes just inside the doors here were fearful as to what was developing outside. This year, they're ready for anything. There was a ring of steel.
Send me the what's now. I'll just send it to
Quite a
him.
different setup here this time around because last time they all got caught by surprise.
Okay, Emma, and as
It's the BBC.
Of the last election on the screen there, Joe Biden winning it and Donald Trump winning in 2016. So a real flip-flop going on in Arizona. That's why we're paying such close attention to it and why the candidates have been as well in this campaign. Now, let's go to the Donald Trump headquarters, or at least the place where the watch party is taking place, and as they will hope, the victory party later on, the convention center in West Palm Beach there in Florida. And Neda Tawfiq is standing by for us. Neda, what's the sense there? Obviously, at the moment, Donald Trump is nearer to the 270 than Kamala Harris is, but too early to read anything into that.
Yeah, Katrina, but we've already seen a little bit of celebration here at the watch party with Florida. Of course, a state that was very much predicted to go Donald Trump's way because it is solidly Republican red and no longer a swing state. But nevertheless, when that was called here, there were huge cheers in the state. Also, when Donald Trump was projected as the winner for West Virginia, South Carolina, there was an image projected on the screens declaring him the winner by the campaign, and the crowd here was celebrating. So very much a mood here of optimism. Every kind of supporter of Donald Trump's that I go down and speak to in the crowd says they are very optimistic that this will be a good night for him.
What's up, y'all? What's happening, man? If y'all up on the show right now, we need y'all to hit that like button. And if you ain't subscribed, you go and subscribe to the channel. This is the That Ain't My Business, but let's talk about it podcast where we talk about. Hold on, let me mute this nice young lady right here. It's the That Ain't My Business, but let's talk about it podcast where we talk about hot topics in the city of Shreveport, Louisiana, and nationwide. You heard me? I'm your boy Nesto the Dunn, your favorite co-host. You heard me? Out here in this Motion City where people are constantly still trying to be ratchet.
It's your boy Pac-Man, this is voice box, you know what I'm talking about. It's really going down right now.
And this is the 2024 presidential election watch party. It's the battle for the United States of America. You heard me? President Donald Trump versus Kamala Harris. That's her name, man. Kamala Harris. You heard me? Who all went voted? You heard me? Everybody here talking, but who all actually went voted? I voted early. You heard me? I've been voted. You went voted today?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I went voted before him. You know what I'm saying? I called him, asked him when he was going. He told me he wanted to wait until the day of. You know what I'm saying? I've been when handle my business. Who all in the chat went voted? You heard me? And who y'all voted for?
There you can see Arkansas now projected as a win for Donald Trump and the 6 electoral votes. What does that mean for the path to the presidency? Well, there we have it, the race to 270. Donald Trump now on 105 electoral votes and Harris on 27. But as we've been saying, don't read anything into that at the moment because we're very early in the night and there's a path in terms of how
I don't know why you ain't on TYT.
Yeah, I'm putting my elbow right there.
Down the road from where we are.
I get this projected and this actually was already been counted.
Watch party there at your old alma mater, and we can speak to our correspondent Samira Hussein. Samira,
I like the way they talk for some reason. I like the way they talk.
The president of the university is speaking. He's
Let me see who else on.
You know.
Shit, I should have logged into my.
Why did no one tell Louisiana drivers about?
Associated Crew. It's in the 1101.
has, as Robert Costa pointed out, sort of changed publicly his position on what his view is on abortion. He went into the voting booth and he cast a vote. He said no.
Man, y'all talking about abortion. Just use protection, man. Damn. Shit, get on birth control.
Nah, man, ain't that simple, man. Why you on this out of town ass country? On this out of town ass shit?
Just to remind everyone, women since 1980 have tended to vote for the Democrat. Men have tended to vote for the Republican. Here's what the gender gap looks like.
Nah, man, I'm talking about these motherfuckers out the country.
They do say America. See, they will pop it up. We'll keep Exelon talking.
Okay, how are they breaking up? Well,
nah, man, I told you, man.
Man, they ain't talking on Fox News.
Man, go TYT. That's who talking. It ain't gonna just pop up though. Yeah, it ain't gonna just pop up by putting in the election. You gotta type in TYT.
In 2020. And, Donald Trump in most of these states was doing 35, not even higher than 40% in any of those states, these target states we've been talking about all night. So does he do 42, 43, 44%?
I mean, in 2020, we were in the midst of a pandemic. Donald Trump was actively telling people not to vote early or not vote by mail, saying he was suspicious of it. To Lester's point, he changed that tune. Now they're actively encouraging Republican voters to go in and early vote, and Republican voters seem to have answered that call.
That's right. It was a huge strategic blunder in 2020 to have done that, particularly in a close race. Had he not done that, perhaps he would have won. So I think he learned that lesson. And also, if you just look at the trends in early voting and the trends in absentee by states, it's the prudent thing to do.
To be clear, the Republican apparatus absolutely made a big push this cycle to get voters out to vote early. Donald Trump himself was all over the map on that. You see it at his rallies. He talks about at one rally, he would say, go out and do it. At another rally, he would cast doubt on the validity of ballots that were put in through the mail, et cetera. Some of that likely seeped down to some of his voters in some of these key battleground states, as we heard from talking to voters in some of these battlegrounds. Remember that this is a former president who, over the summer, you look at, let's say, 20 rallies. At 5 of them, he cast doubt on the results of the election, even before votes were counted. That ramped up in just the last month. At 14 of 20 rallies, he did the same thing. So he has not been super consistent on this.
Let's go to Tom Yamas right now. Tom, as we speak, North Carolina, Georgia, and Pennsylvania are counting votes right now.
Yeah, and we're getting ready for poll closings in places like Nebraska, and Nebraska could be the key to it all. And I know what you're saying, Nebraska? Yes. So when you look at our beautiful map here, you see the maps, the states that are red, the states that are blue, and our battlegrounds here that aren't colored in. And then Nebraska and Maine, they have this kind of Where's Waldo effect. When we hit it, here's why. Nebraska and Maine, they both give out their electors a little differently, their electoral votes. If you win the popular vote, you get 2 in Nebraska, and then they give them by congressional district as well. Trump is going to win 2 of the congressional districts most likely in the popular vote, but Congressional District 2, CD2 in Nebraska, is a battleground district, and the entire election, I say, could come down to this. Let me explain why. So let's take you to Nebraska and show you where CD2 is. It's essentially the city of Omaha, right? I'm going to draw it for you and then show you the congressional district. It's the city of Omaha, a little bit of Saunders, and then a little bit of Sarpy as well. I should say all of Saunders as well. That's essentially the way it looks, right? I'm going to give you the congressional map so we can cut it out a little more. So this right here, that's Congressional District 2. It's a swing district, as I said. 2016, Trump wins by 6,000 votes. In 2020, Biden wins by 20,000 votes. So why is it important? Because if we come down to that scenario where it's 269, Savannah, I gamed that out. It's going to come down to Nebraska, too. So every vote does matter. It matters so much that we spoke to people in Omaha, asking them about what this campaign was like. They say they've never seen anything like it. They've been inundated with ads saying on the television, on the radio, people calling them, unlike anything they've ever seen before. Again, it likely won't come down to Nebraska, too, but it might, and that's why every vote matters. Again, Omaha, the biggest area of Nebraska, fastest growing area, and tonight we'll be watching it.
Tom, you promised me you would not raise the specter of the 269 to 269.
It could happen. We're ready for it.
It could happen. The Constitution has provisions for it, but can we just all agree? Let's hope we don't get there.
Hell, nah, that's gonna be the worst if they tie.
Perhaps it is, but it's interesting to see these are such contested.
They go 269, 269.
It's actually nice.
This country gonna go to
We've divided our country so much into red and blue.
They said
it's nice
they happen on the Congress
on a county by county level.
I don't know how the remedies go.
Yeah, I heard it.
There's more to it, and we still do live right next to each other. And Nebraska is a very good example of that.
Yeah, but I would say you're right. We live right next to each other. But the folks that live in Omaha, I guarantee you, some of the folks that live out in a very sparsely populated rural county don't relate to some of the same issues that the people in Omaha think are important. It's much more of an urban area.
There's also a hot Senate race there right now where the Republican was expected, you would think, we would just cruise to re-election there, but there's an independent candidate, Dan Osborne, who's really giving a run for her money for Deb Fischer.
Yeah, and I will say that one of the things about the urban-rural issue is when you think about the ground game, I don't think we talk about this enough. The ground game for the Republican Party is much
What you
harder.
talking about?
Going door to door in rural
Some of us pull out
communities
our
is a
game ain't
much
on point,
different
man. We need backup
operation than
plans.
going
Man,
door
go
to
get you
door
a
in a
plan B
densely
then, nickel.
populated area.
Shit,
It's
nickel.
not as efficient.
Y'all start
It's more
smashing
difficult.
with some you don't
Frankly,
want
a lot
to,
of folks out in the rural
impregnate,
area
nickel.
don't want
Go
strangers
get you a
knocking on their
queen, nickel.
door.
Go marry
They're
something.
not used to having people they
Shit.
don't
I know
recognize
who
coming
ain't
up
gonna
the
marry, who
driveway
wouldn't
2
marry you
miles
though.
down from their
Kamala
nearest
Harris
neighbor.
would marry you.
So it is
Let's
harder for
pull
the
out
Republican
game,
Party to
ain't on
do the
point with
ground
me.
game, the
Yeah, for
GOTV,
real, 'cause I don't never really pull
than it
out.
is
I
for
ain't
the
gonna
Republican
lie.
Party. But
Y'all
it'll be
honestly
interesting to see how this
surprised Trump. I
independent
don't
does in
think it
Nebraska.
will.
He
It's
says
gonna
he's going to be
last.
independent. He
It's gonna
won't
be like
caucus with
that
either
time.
party.
Yeah, man,
Won't vote
everything
for
gonna
either
go. Gonna
leader.
be good.
He says his job would be to
Here
try to
y'all,
bring the
John. They
two
be
parties
cheating.
together.
They do the
It's
troll.
probably a winning message right now. I just don't know if Nebraska's pretty red.
All right, well, the drama is continuing to build. 3 big battleground
I don't know.
states.
I don't know how it works now.
Don't go away. We'll be
I
right
know I don't
back
be
as we
pulling
count
out
down the
though.
road to 270.
Oh, they say plan B don't work.
Yo, that's just it. I seen. I mean, we get Michigan. We get Michigan. We get Kansas. Kansas floating our way. But we got to keep Michigan, keep Pennsylvania. If Michigan and Pennsylvania go red, I'm going home.
Yeah, commercials, man. God damn.
Of 3 states, and now stands at 27 electoral votes to 105 electoral votes. Again, early in the night, but I do want to drill down on what we're learning from Florida. There's been a lot of focus on Florida, which used to be a battleground state, now far more red than it was even just a decade ago. What are we seeing as far as Latino voters, Lindsay, in Florida?
This is kind of foreboding potentially for the Harris campaign. When you take a look at the Hispanic.
I love you on the podcast.
In Florida, 24%, they account for the electorate. Look at this, Donald.
Nah, they ain't called it, but it's leaning his way. But they ain't called it. Nah, they ain't called it. But it's 62 reporting right now. 62%. 62% is reporting right now. But Virginia and North Carolina then switched his way. Virginia and North Carolina has switched his way. Yeah, but we still got Michigan and Pennsylvania. Yeah. It ain't none of the states I just named called. Nah, Atlanta not reported yet. Atlanta, Fulton County and Clayton County, they not fully reported yet. Mm-hmm. 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 right. Mm-hmm. Well, North Carolina only got 24% reporting. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's what I was telling my people. I say we actually looking good. They think because we down right now that it's bad, but I told them we actually in a good position. Mm-hmm. 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 Even Missouri looking blue. Missouri looking blue. It used to be red. It's early though. It's early. It's early. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, yeah, get on home so you can look at it and you can call back and help us with this analysis. All right. Politic kid. See where I get this shit from. But yeah, that's what I was saying. We really in good shape.
North of the city. The story so far really is the election day vote being heavily Republican. That's a problem for Kamala Harris because of the imbalance that we talked about in the early vote. We didn't have as much of a Democratic imbalance this time, so Democrats need to have a bigger election day. We're just not seeing signs of that yet. There's still a lot out, again, about a third of the vote overall, but you start to see stubborn margins come in, especially when good chunks of the vote are coming in already from the largest counties in the state.
And where's the benchmark for Fulton County? Where does she need to be performing well? She's just below it.
She's about a point below that. And just to put in perspective, Fulton County is 178,000 advantage for Kamala Harris, and she's down by 200,000. To think about how far she'd be behind without the reporting we see from these two counties right next to each other, that's an enormous amount of vote, and it's vote that's already banked. Now, we'll see what comes in. There's going to be a lot of election day vote in those in counties like that and throughout the Atlanta metro area. And these gray spots on our map are just places we don't have enough data to tell you, is it going to tip to one direction or the other? So there's still some blank spots to be filled in. But again, as this number grows and this number stays stubbornly high, that's a problem for the Harris campaign.
And how much of this is early vote versus day of? Is all of the early vote in now?
We're getting almost all of about 80% of the expected early vote in so far, and it is a large number. And here's where Trump is leading. That, again, a little bit of a change from previous cycles, maybe a reversion to people's historic norms of how they voted, but Trump winning in that early vote that is a large portion of the vote in Georgia overall.
All right, Rick Klein showing us the dynamic of the early vote this time around. Donald Trump embracing the early vote with his supporters. They did turn out in force, and we have to wait and see how in some of these other battleground states how that's going to play out.
Okay, Virginia, it's a 20,000
the 9 o'clock hour
votes
here. Polls close in
spread.
about 15 states, including the key battleground of Arizona, Michigan, and Wisconsin as well. Your local news is standing by, and our live legendary coverage continues.
49% to 48%. Yeah, so look like the Dems might come back on that one. North Carolina, that's on the 26%. I got a strong feeling we probably take that one back.
Shreveport, the #1 dealer in Shreveport, Bossier City. We're buying all makes and models for top dollar. In a few minutes and a couple of clicks, you can get an instant cash offer with our Easy Pass. You've seen how easy it is to buy from us. Let us buy your current car from you, even if you don't buy from us. Get your Easy Pass offer before values drop. Holmes Honda, making it easy.
Yeah, I'm getting tired, man.
You ain't working down.
Like,
These type of jeans, usually a blue state, is gonna be a blue state again.
After almost 20 years,
We're celebrating the 500th episode.
Some of which have 20% in, some have 70% in, to how Biden ended up. But the general nationwide issue that we're talking about not knowing what percentage are mail-in and which are day of, also extends to what I'm doing in the individual counties. So I have found that she is up over Biden's result in basically all of these counties.
Ooh, that's good.
But again, that might be the mirage that we're talking about. So,
Yeah.
and we can be more confident about the mirage as we get more of the vote, but we're in very early numbers so far.
No, but hold on. So part of the reason I pulled up Pennsylvania is if for the Trump voters and supporters, see there Kamala Harris is a huge lead with only 13% reporting. That doesn't mean she's going to win Pennsylvania, because big Trump counties can come in later and will come in later, and that race will be way, way tighter than 67-33. So don't take the early results as any kind of indication. Once it's an indication, we'll tell you, right? Once you get over 50%, that's an indication. And then there are other factors. So that's the mirage we're talking about. Whether it's in a blue state or a red state, or one that's leaning trending Kamala or trending Trump. But John, her outperforming in the counties vis-a-vis Biden, I don't think that's part of the mirage. I think that's just as.
But wouldn't the mail-in versus day of dichotomy exist at the county level in the same way that it exists at the state level?
Oh, okay. So that's the question that we've got to dive into, which is that all of the counties, or is it only a partial?
Well, no. None of these counties are finished. I can give you an example. So, for instance, in Allegheny County.
Yeah, before you give that example, just to clarify to the audience. So if the entire county was in, then it wouldn't be a mirage.
Yes.
Right? But what John's saying is the entire county is not it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and bear in mind, Pennsylvania is definitely one of the states that people think might not even be called, especially if it's close today. Also, election workers are not allowed to start processing mail ballots until election day. But again, we don't know exactly what percentage of them have been processed. But to give you a comparison, so in Allegheny County, where Pittsburgh is, right now we have 37% of the vote in. Harris is at 70%. Biden got in 2020 59.7%. So she's up by 10.3 points. To give another comparison, Lehigh County, no, we don't have those results in. That's too small. Let's go to Montgomery County. She's at 76%, and Biden got 62.3. So
that's very
we can't say for sure, but the differences are different depending on the county, but she seems to be outperforming in all of them. What's interesting is that in Georgia, we'll dive into that at some point. It really depends on which county, because Trump seems to be overperforming on average in rural counties by about 1 point, which doesn't seem huge. But remember, Georgia was super tight. He only needed 10,000 votes to be found after all.
11,000.
11,000, 42. But and in some he's overperforming by more. Harris is underperforming Biden in some, but in some of the areas around Atlanta, she's up.
Man, we need y'all to hit that like button. You heard me? Hit the subscribe button.
Like, share, and subscribe, man. Like, share,
you know what I'm
and
saying?
subscribe.
Keep telling us y'all input. You heard me? Where y'all think it's gonna go? You know what I'm saying?
Who y'all think finna pull this off?
You know what I'm saying? You know they got this year. You can actually bet money on the election.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
You don't never want to put that motherfucker be reading.
Oh, shit. what this fat boy talking about.
So another Trump supporter wrote in, King13J saying, God bless President Trump. May he please save us.
I'm trying to
Well, that
troll.
sounds like a Trump supporter. Brother, save yourself, okay? These politicians are all frauds. That includes Democrats and Republicans, okay? That's why people trust us, because we call out both sides and understand that no cult leader is gonna save you. And I would say that to Democrats as well. And
also, he's definitely an atheist. Let's just put that out there.
Trump.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
I would bet every cent I have.
He's never read
I've
the Bible.
seen the way he carefully holds a Bible. I think that he is a God-fearing man, really.
Yeah. Thank you to Saul Rios and Sergio Velasquez just for the super chats.
We have a call.
Oh, we have a call. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, the call is we don't know entirely how North Carolina is going to go for the presidential race, but Josh Stein has been called as the winner. He beat Mark Robinson.
Okay, so that's not surprising that Mark Robinson was the guy who online chats called himself a black Nazi and said he wished we could bring slavery back and that he'd like to own a couple of slaves. I don't know if he got the memo that he's black, and it wouldn't have turned out that way. It would have turned out disastrously for him. But as it turned out, it did turn out disastrously for him, at least in this context. He's gone. Will that affect the North Carolina vote? Will Kamala Harris is she more likely to win because the Republican candidate for governor was so awful and got annihilated by Stein in that case? That's an important question.
I think he was always going to have a tough time of it, but I think he was sort of an outsider candidate. He had some interesting ideas about different policy areas. He had a really interesting argument for why, in his view, watching trans porn was actually more straight than man on woman porn. I thought that could have broken through to some voters, but apparently it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, Tim O'Malley, I appreciate you wrote in, regardless of the outcome, we need TYT to speak truth to power. And that's exactly what we're doing. In fact, I launched last night on the bonus episode for members, the populist voting block. I want to do a populist revolt, no matter who wins, whether it's Donald Trump or Kamala Harris. I did it before the election, so you know I wasn't BSing you. And you should go check that out on tyt.com. My guess is whether you're a populist right or populist left, you like that plank, and let's be a voting block that actually demands that our politicians get it done. By the way,
there's a lot of calls, by the way.
Yeah. All right, let's do the calls. We'll come back to Sherrod Brown. We got to take a break after the calls, and we're going to bring in Senator Nina Turner from Ohio as well. John,
Super
let's do
fast
the calls.
Okay, Trump has won Louisiana, not surprising. Harris has won New York. Trump had said that he was going to win it. Some Republicans said it. That was never going to happen. He did, however, take Nebraska, and unfortunately for our prior call, we got one wrong. He has won South Dakota.
Oh, wow.
Okay, not surprising. That was just a graphic mistake. Okay, those are all expected, not overly important yet. They're falling in line into the buckets they're supposed to. Let's take a quick break here. We got Senator Nina Turner coming up from Ohio. Check in with her, and we'll check in on the Sherrod Brown race and all of the latest updates. As you see those, you look at the percentages next to us, guys, on this bar. So the higher the percentages, now Pennsylvania is up to 15% reporting.
They're
trying to.
Your hairstylist is flexible.
No, it's a fucking commercial. That damn commercial.
We gotta flip. We need to flip Virginia and North Carolina back.
Oh, you talking about we?
You guys are rock stars.
Unbelievable, Senator Sanders. Welcome to Rebel Headquarters. Man, you guys are amazing. We gave you what you wanted. Okay. Speaking of shirts,
I have a surprise.
you reached a lot of people. You are the Young Turks, and we have spread that progressive message wide and far. Let's keep it going. The craziest, dumbest things Donald Trump has ever done. It's a battle royale at TrumpBrackets.com.
TYT is thankful for all the support we've received from our audience. I know that we're all living through a dark time. The economy is a mess, the two-party system is failing us, and the threat of climate change is growing. Jake started this company in his apartment, and look where we are today. I've experienced what we can accomplish when we work together. So let's keep moving towards positive change. Join our movement at tyt.com/team.
I got
What they got? You want some metal? Yeah, it's in my throat. What's up, little baby? Yeah. What? What's good?
I can't see you.
What's up? You can't see me. That's your phone, man.
The whole city. Can you see it?
I can see you. You can't see me.
All right, I can see you now. No, that's me.
Now, what's up, man? Let's say
No.
Trump won North Carolina.
Hey, who called that?
Huh?
Who called
You.
that? Nah, I ain't say that. They still
Oh, they
count.
still count? Who in the lead right now?
Well, Trump in the lead.
In North Carolina?
Trump ain't in the league, North Carolina.
55% of the vote there in Buncombe County. Biden was at 59. Harris is over.
Well,
what you got going on?
On mine.
Man, I'm chilling, man. We trying to see what's gonna happen, man, with this election.
That's what we in here watching too. We having a watch party.
Yeah.
Fuck all y'all Trump supporters.
Man, goddamn, man, why you gotta see this? I ain't do nothing. He got kicked off on his own. Shit, I'm gonna tell you what God love.
They got that shit 154. Let me see who else calling. See if somebody else got a different call.
Say, man, while we on here, while we ain't doing that, make sure y'all hit that like button, you heard me. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all drop them comments. Let us know y'all input, you heard me. Hold on, he back on here.
My fault. I ain't pressed the button.
The damn Android, man.
Hey, listen, bro, don't be talking on my phone. What you need to do is send me some ducats so I can get me a phone.
Man, I ain't
I'm
got
not here doing bad. My check ain't came yet.
It ain't got nothing to do with me.
It's all right. That's why you fuck with Trump. Trump gonna fuck up my disability.
You need to talk to Kamala. You just said it ain't came yet. He ain't even in nothing. You need to talk to Biden about that.
Man, Biden using up all the damn money for himself.
What you got going? Tell me something good.
Who you got there with you?
And my boy Pac-Man, man, Robert Bruce son.
Yes,
Bobby Boucher. What's up, Boucher?
Yeah, he a well-known Democrat.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. Can you talk some sense to my little brother?
I ain't no Democrat, but I'm around with Kamala for sure.
I mean, I would go vote for Trump before she entered the race because I won't go vote for Biden because he won't go make it. Period.
Well, I wasn't never gonna vote for Trump, but I don't like Biden either. Trump is stone cold racist.
The only good thing about Trump is that he tell the truth. He ain't gonna tell you the truth. He gonna tell you his truth. A lot of these politicians just tell you what they want, what they feel like you want to hear. But Trump gonna tell you he don't care what you want to hear. He gonna tell you what he think, how he feel about it.
He get the appearance of truth. He A/B test shit. So he'll say one thing, see how the crowd responds, and if that's what they rocking with, he'll say that. He'll stick with it. And if they don't respond well, he'll try something else. And if they stick with that, if they like that, then he'll stick with it. He A/B test his shit. So
Then people just saying that if he win, it's because he went on Joe Rogan podcast.
Nah.
They said they gave him a bunch of they gave him a bunch of people that's gonna vote for him that won't really mess with him like that.
Well, Kamala had that same opportunity to go on up, but she ain't like she was too good to go
Yeah,
on.
we ain't fucking with Joe
Ain't
Rogan.
nobody go there for that man to be trashing her, call her bitches and shit.
She rather go sit down in club, shake.
That's right. You're fucking right.
And go do first fake concert with Beyonce.
She come
Did she
holler
do clothes,
Yeah, she did club shake. Here you on
come
all them
holler
tight
at Unc.
on all them tight ass clothes. She
I
on
don't be
there
watching
looking at Unc moose knuckles.
That podcast be too long, man. Who gonna sit somewhere and watch a podcast for 2 hours?
Shit, I do it all the time. I ain't
I don't
watching
got
that
no
one.
time for podcasts. I don't watch other podcasts.
If we can flip Virginia and North Carolina back, if we can flip that back and get Arizona and on Nevada.
We ain't gonna get Arizona. There's too many crackers out there.
Hey.
I can't say crackers.
Nah,
man.
Y'all be cursing all the time.
They know we from the South, but man,
you don't hear us say that. Say honky.
Racial slurs, man.
I don't curse on my pod, so I don't want to curse at all.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, but you wanna come over here with that mess.
Yeah, I thought I could say bad words.
You trying to say it's the ghetto over here or something? What you trying to say?
No, that ain't the ghetto. It's in Queenborough. You know what I'm saying? I'm in Clinton.
Man,
I ain't been
hold on, man.
Hey.
Hey, you putting out too much information, my brother. See.
Hey, listen, don't be sorry where you from.
Don't you got in that damn cup?
It was a Hawaii punch.
Y'all see what Democrats do in their free time?
What? We just sitting there politicking. I'm just out here trying to be better than I was yesterday.
I know that's right. That's what I be telling my son. I say, be better than you were yesterday.
You know a way you can do that, my brother.
What?
Stop playing and get rid of the rest of the hair on your head.
Boy, I just got a haircut last week.
You gotta let it go.
When I was getting a haircut, I had my boys with me. They was like, "How much that haircut cost?" I was like, "What you mean?" He was like, "Well, man, it shouldn't have cost that much. He just took it all off." I'm like, "Man, come on, don't do me like that."
Yeah.
I'm one step away from being bald, but it's cool. It's all black.
Yeah, see, you and Trump got more in common than you think.
What? I ain't got no toupee. I ain't got nothing in common with Trump. You don't neither. If you ain't making at least $250,000 a year, Trump can't do nothing for you.
Trump a filling in, I'm a filler.
So what? That ain't nothing to brag about.
I'm just saying, you saying we ain't got nothing in common. He make it possible. He make people like me feel like I can be the president. Yeah.
Well, bitch,
people with no political background.
There's a difference between you and him. For one, he's Caucasian, and for two, he can finance his own campaign. You can't get nobody to support you to finance your campaign.
You trying to say I'm broke because I'm black?
I ain't saying you broke, but you ain't got millions of dollars to put in no campaign. You can't even convince your brick brother. How you gonna be going back and forth across the country?
Man, you taking shots too?
Yeah, we're having a what we call this? A debate party.
You the only one drinking.
I'm the only one drinking. I'm the only one got a problem.
She got you drinking by yourself.
Yeah, man. She said she don't drink every day.
I know that's right. Yeah. Damn, you drink every day?
What's today?
Today Tuesday.
No, I drink on Tuesday sometimes. I be turning up on a Tuesday.
Yeah. See, that's why you ain't got no hairline. Drinking every day.
Hey, Hootie, I ain't about to get back in those back and forth picking contests with you because I'm an adult. You know what I'm saying? You need to grow up, quit it like a child.
that right,
Read
Chris?
the hat. Read the hat.
I can't even see you up there.
Blind ass.
No, your picture, you ain't up here. I just see me.
You just see you, man. That's that droid. I see you.
See, I don't be pressing. If I start pressing buttons, I'ma hang up. I'm gonna leave it
You
alone.
like a Nintendo 64 game now. Man, shout out to all our viewers out there. You know what I'm saying?
Friend requests and shit.
Who on here watching us?
Be doing shit, bro.
Make sure y'all hit that like button. You heard me? We need everybody to hit that goddamn like button right goddamn now. You heard me? If you up
I
on here,
can't
you
say
rocking
cracker,
with us,
but
hit
you
that
can
like
say
button.
GD.
Yeah.
No.
Well, damn.
I got smoking all that.
Man, why you
gotta
just gotta say that word?
What you got? Oh yeah, I love hot bowl.
You do. I watched you laughing in the car.
Damn.
No, I ain't know that. No, I really wasn't going to eat
Hey
that.
man, where your little pussy ass dog at?
Who, my dog?
Yeah, your little pussy ass dog.
Come here, Paulo. Come here. Come here.
Little hoe ass dog, man.
Listen, you better talk about Apollo. My co-host from my pod just walked in. The great DeAndres.
Hey, but my dog full shit out your dog.
Come here, Paulo.
I stopped. Damn door was locked.
Where Apollo at?
Over here.
Come here.
Why you gonna name a dog a fucking Apollo, man?
He
Your
Apollo
dog Greek?
Creed, nigga.
He Greek or something? The nigga Greek?
He Apollo Creed. No,
Get
he
that dog,
Apollo.
man, get that dog an African name, man.
Damn.
Name a dog Zimbabwe or some shit, man.
What you name your dog, Hootie?
168
My
to
dog
30.
name Ghost and Kobe.
COVID.
Kobe. Like Kobe Bryant, nigga.
We ain't worried about that. That's nothing.
My dog named
Nothing
Blondie.
to be concerned about.
Damn dogs be running away.
They sure do be running. I don't know what y'all to be doing to my dogs, make them run away like that. They ain't been running away lately though.
What the hell what shit you got going on with the dogs?
I don't know. Ever since Ghost got him some pussy, he don't run away no more. You know what I'm saying? The other one, he still, Damn, I don't think I fit. I gotta go feed my dogs. I'll be right back. I ain't fed them.
Nigga ain't fed them dogs in months.
You a bad dog parent. I'm called Pete on you. Apollo, come here. You try to get famous? You want to be famous?
You want to be famous?
It's a time to shine, nigga. He ain't on that shit. He can tell y'all from Louisiana. Y'all eat dogs down there. Oh, that wasn't funny to y'all?
What you say?
They say y'all eat dogs in Louisiana.
Well, nah, he said that's them Haitians.
They say they put them in gumbo.
Fuck no. Yeah,
They say you can put anything in gumbo, it's gonna be good.
Shit, nah.
Yeah, they got snapper turtle gumbo, wallfish gumbo,
Y'all see type people?
chicken feet gumbo.
Nah. Who there? Ain't no telling what that nigga there eat.
Who did know he said the oodles and noodles? And oatmeal.
That boy, that real freaky like.
Let me talk about my brother like that.
Yeah, man. That boy nasty, man.
Come here, Paula.
Shit is hot, cuz these niggas got it hot as fucking here, dog. Hey, shit, I'm sweating and shit. These niggas with these dogs, man. My phone get to tripping and shit. Time for me to go and get a new phone. Get a new phone, bud.
Where the hell Shorty at?
Man, that nigga in on the couch, man.
He probably been out chasing women all night and day.
Yeah, you know, he more freaky than Hooten.
What you talking about?
Shout.
Did you have a cigarette?
I do.
Where's it? Man, what the fuck going on my phone? Hey Siri. Hey Siri. I don't know. You got a hold to say something. Hey Siri. Pull up the internet. Go back. Internet, motherfucker. Internet.
Back, man. Whoa. What's up, y'all?
Hey Siri, pull up Safari.
What's up, y'all? Talk to me. Talk to me. What's going on?
Yo, tell Shorty to get his punk ass up.
Shorty, JR say get your punk ass up.
My name ain't JR, my name is Jimmy.
Say, Shorty, Jimmy Jr. said get your punk ass up. Look at your name, JR, nigga.
My name Jimmy. I go by many different things.
You right? You go by Jimmy Wonder. Jimmy A. Smith. Shit.
Fuck you, bitch. You got always be Hootie and the Blowfish.
Hey. You know what? Guess what? Guess what? Who that was? The lead singer, nigga. You the nigga. I'm the main character, nigga. You the motherfucking side character. You the sidekick. I'm the main character.
No, never did that.
Yeah, nigga. Nigga. I'm the nigga. You Otis.
Fuck that shit. Nah, I'm David Ruffin, bitch.
You Otis. Nigga, you Cheeto, nigga. You Tito.
You Eddie Kane.
Your boy just walked in. He Michael Jackson. You Tito.
Who Michael Jackson?
Your boy that just walked in.
What the fuck is this? A slave ship? Fuck it so high. You getting ready for a Trump presidency, ain't it?
It's
got
hot.
hot than a motherfucker in here.
What y'all got the heat on or it's just hot?
Man, that boy trying to prepare us for the cotton
It's him,
field.
man. It's him, man. He don't know that he what the word I'm looking for? You preparating people perceive. Yeah, you perspiring. People perceive views of you.
You take your pride and you got to drink.
No, I ain't started.
It was packed when y'all went voted.
No, man. I live in a rural area. When we went in there, we didn't have to wait in line. We went right on in.
You need to tell Shorty what a rural area. What Shorty said a rural area was?
He said that was the hood.
It's a country.
Rural area. He trying to say
rural
urban.
area means the country. Urban is the city.
Hey, you talking about you from a rural area? Man, he's about us down here in the rural area.
That's why, you know what? I'm not really picking on Louisiana, but you know y'all got the fourth lowest education system in America.
I'm pretty sure y'all ain't too far behind us.
When I moved here, they let me skip a grade, nigga.
The what?
They let me skip a grade when I got here.
Yeah,
No, they didn't. No, they did. They didn't let me skip. They helped me back. That's when they helped me back because they said that Louisiana education system was slacking.
Nah, man, I'm blaming. Nah, that's because you went to school on the Cooper Road. That ain't got shit to do with Louisiana.
That was before the No Kid Left Behind. They dare to put me behind.
Because you went to Lanier. Know where you went, ain't it, Lanier?
No, nigga, I went to elementary school, Lanier high school, ain't it?
Nah, that was a middle school.
I don't fucking know. I didn't make it in middle school there. I was in elementary when I left.
What elementary school you went to?
I don't fucking remember.
It was 40 years ago.
The one where they beat you when you won't eat the oatmeal.
All these Democrats
they used to beat us at school.
All these Democrats in District 6 in Louisiana, y'all need y'all ass.
I never forget.
Y'all might have fucked Cleo Fields out of his seat. But it's still too early to call, though.
Who the hell is Cleo Fields?
Did you vote? You saw you went and voted?
Yeah, I went and voted. I ain't vote for no Democrat.
Don't tell me you voting. You voting Republican on the House too. Man, talk to you, brother.
Who do you voted all the way Republican? He probably did. He don't. That nigga don't know. He voted for Donald Trump and left out of there talking about he did something.
I went all red, man. I ain't no Fruit Loop. I ain't like my co-host who rep the Kings and OTL.
Then he gonna make it. Then he said he made his wife. He said he made his wife vote for Donald Trump too.
Yeah. Say, man, why you out here putting my personal business? I'm on the World Wide Web, man.
Okay. You did it. If you gonna support. Don't be scared.
Now we know your woman made you vote for Kamala.
No, she didn't. I voted for Kamala because I wanted to.
No, because you won't be sleeping on the couch. That's why you voted for her.
No, I wouldn't have been sleeping on the couch anyway.
Right, because he go his mama house for that. He ain't gonna sleep on nobody's couch.
Don't be trying to say that shit out
And
loud for the whole World Wide Web.
He ain't got no old lady, but if he did, she don't influence his vote. His mama do, okay?
Don't listen to her.
Well, a woman still told you what to do. You still let a woman tell you what to do. It's a
That's right. Well, just get the right woman right, because I holds no way.
I'm gonna beat you when we get off here. When I get off of here, I'm gonna beat you, okay? Just know that shit. Yeah,
we don't know nothing about that over here. That ain't my business. We do not condone it.
Y'all some punks over there.
Well, it ain't domestic violence because y'all don't stay together.
I'm staying here tonight.
You don't know it. You keep on talking.
Go take you another shot, man.
I'm about to. Every time I talk to you, you get me in fucking trouble, bro.
Why would you pay him to take another shot?
I talked to this nigga at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock the other morning. He done got me in trouble already. I'm like, damn, I ain't had breakfast yet. I'm already in trouble.
Fucking sister-in-law, fuck, he ain't gotta take it. You take the shot for him, then.
Virginia and North Carolina.
Yeah. What you instead of talking about weed, nigga? I'm not on your side. You talking about weed?
We the people, bitch.
Why I gotta be all that? Damn, y'all see how these Democrats talk to people?
Are you not proud of being American?
We gotta keep Pennsylvania, keep Michigan. That's number one. We got to do that. But if we can flip, what I just said, North Carolina and Virginia, if we can flip them two states, then we gotta we looking good. Cause you gotta
I know you talk about the presidential shit, but it sounds like you talk about selling drugs. You keep trying to flip shit. We just flip North Carolina and Virginia. We gonna bring it right back.
Without even looking at it, we at 149 because of California.
It needs about 350.
Yeah.
What you got to have to win?
149 with California.
270.
And ain't none of them blue states that you see, ain't none of them counting except for them two.
And then them big states count for more. So
right, that's what I'm saying. So California, we at 149. It say 99, we at 149 because we know California coming to us. So,
California is a Republican.
Never. So if we able to get Iowa,
Arnold Schwarzenegger as a governor.
If we able to get Iowa and motherfucking Michigan and Pennsylvania, flip North Carolina, Virginia. Let me see what Georgia looking like. I don't think we're gonna get Georgia, boy. Georgia.
In the primary, there was an uncommitted vote for her protest vote against President Biden. 100,000 uncommitted in the primary.
Good man, stay talking about weed.
Facebook.
So this is a constituency that very matters. With young voters right now, we just had how we brought this up on the data law. Trump is leading young
Here, we just see that's good because if Democrats win the seats in Virginia, then that means Democrats came out. And that's going to translate to the presidential race. But you'll be able to know better by Senate seats than you will House seats because House seats
There's 88,000 votes for Delaney and 48% with 81,000 votes for Neil Parent. Now, Delaney is a
peel back the layers.
That's
They
my
begin
baby.
to tell you about their anxiety and their
What the
angst.
hell y'all
They
got
also
going
tell you about
on?
their hopes,
Is that my
and they
phone?
feel as though the duopoly has failed
The
them.
what?
And it is especially the Democratic Party because Black people are the
Yeah, that
loyalist
ain't my
base
phone.
within that coalition. So Black people feel let down the most when the economy doesn't change. They feel the pain the most when the Democrats don't come through with the George Floyd Policing Act, for example, the John Lewis Voting Rights Act, and on and on and on. But the economy, Jink, is what I hear the most, and illegal immigration.
Yeah. So like when we covered Black folks getting upset in Chicago, New York, and other places because of all the undocumented immigrants that had been brought into those cities.
Say, man, y'all got immigrants out there?
Hell yeah, North Carolina full up. We need them to do the goddamn farm work because niggas lazy and that want to work no more.
Facebook.
Damn, so this how y'all look at them?
Who, yeah?
Damn.
What? You asked me a
want
question, I told
you just want them to do the job you don't want to do?
you. Yeah. That's why Donald Trump said they taking our jobs. That's what we talk about. Factory workers. And cause being that this is a rural area, we have a lot of farms and things. And that's usually who's doing the farm work. And processing plants like turkey plants, chicken plants, hog plants. Black people ain't want to do that work no more. It's hard work. That's why they open the borders up.
So they took your job?
No, they ain't take my job. I let them have it.
Oh.
I'm self-employed. I work for me.
I know that's right.
I'm trying to get like you and be making some money, but see, right now I'm just in the beginning stages.
Yeah.
So once the dividends start flowing in, we can start doing some profit sharing.
Yeah, and you can start let your little brother hold something, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, profit sharing.
Yeah, you let me hold something, yeah.
But you gonna let me get something now, you know what I'm saying? But we can talk about that off camera because we ain't gonna put nobody in your business.
I thought you said you and Crystal gonna do a podcast together.
Crystal don't want to put in no podcast with me. All she want to do is argue and be mean to me. You see how she was just talking about kicking me out a while ago.
It's because you don't run shit, man. That's why you
Hey,
voted for Kamala.
see, don't be talking about my personal business up here, bro. Don't be talking about personal business up
Yeah,
here.
my bad, man. My bad. I forgot.
Yeah. You always trying to get somebody to fucking Trump.
Man, you be doing me the same way, man.
No, I don't. You know I love you, baby. Don't you? Don't touch me.
Facebook.
Fucking doghouse again.
Yeah, man. She'll be back tomorrow, man.
Look, Crystal ain't going nowhere. She love me. She only be mad for a little bit. She ain't mad right now. That's some shit. I didn't say that for tape, baby. I didn't say that for the camera. I know you ain't gonna talk to me for 4 days.
Yeah, man, I can't. Man, I thought I was gonna be able to do this until about 10 something. But I'm tired, man. I done got old out here.
You know they ain't gonna know who won until tomorrow, probably the weekend.
Yeah.
They might not.
All right, so Hootie, let me ask you this: if Trump don't win, you gonna storm the Capitol with them white folk?
Man, what you talking about, man? Storm a Capitol. What is y'all talking about, man? Why would I
Listen,
do
bro.
such thing?
If
I'm not
Trump
gonna
don't
be that.
win, you go. Well, then you ain't even about that life then.
Man, I'm not about to be that one black nigga in there with all them white people.
You ain't gonna be by yourself. It's gonna be some over there.
Nah, I'm good.
Y'all can all meet up and roll in there together. Like
When
we
Kamala
won the
don't win,
parade.
when Kamala don't win, is you gonna storm the Capitol?
Hell no, I'm just
Our people outside don't do that foolishness.
Cause y'all ain't
women gonna stop cooking, and women ain't cooking for a week or two. The motherfuckers ain't going to work. They just be everybody calling out. They just be sick, man. It's over for y'all niggas. How mad you gonna be if Kamala don't win, Chris? Huh?
The what?
Very disappointed.
Yeah, she gonna cry in the car.
I want her to win, but part of me just don't know how this shit gonna go. I feel like it's damned if we do and damned if we don't. If Trump win or if he don't win, we damned.
Then why you ain't vote for Trump then?
Because of all his supporters, it's finna be a whole.
They damn, we gonna be all right.
They finna turn everything every way but loose.
Whoever the president is ain't gonna affect us.
I bet all y'all neighbors out there voted for Trump.
Who? We live on a black street. All these people voted for Kamala. You the only one in the hood vote for Trump, bitch.
Man, the whole hood behind Trump.
How many people in that house
Man,
right
I ain't
now
from
voting
no
for Trump
hood,
besides
man.
you?
I'm not from the hood.
Well, you from the projects. That's worse than the hood.
Man, why you putting my business out there like that, man?
Where I'm supposed to say you from? The suburbs? You a suburban?
Yeah.
You're not from no damn suburb.
I'm from Lakeside, man. Right there by the lake, man. Nice area.
Go to my damn messages.
You from the project.
That's why
There is
Spirit
not
don't
no
want to do
lake.
nothing for you.
Ain't no lake over there. Don't even know why they call it Lakeside.
Man, you from the Cooper Road.
And what? The Cooper Road, where it's at? Nothing but gangsters from the Cooper Road.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think
They still wearing jerry curls over there.
Yeah, man. Who they ain't built for this shit, man? I'm finna go home. I'm hungry anyway.
Yeah,
I
I'm
ain't
tired.
gonna
Know what
lie.
I'm saying? We ain't got no snacks, no nothing. I will gonna get some champagne, but they said we ain't gonna
Hey,
know
cuz you
tonight.
got some steak season?
How you got a watch party and ain't got no snacks?
It cause your
We got
ass ain't here,
hamburger
man.
helper. Bitch, we got hamburger helper.
Bring your big back ass down here and bring some of this shit with you.
Bro, my back ain't big no more, Bo.
Let's see.
Hold on. How you want to see that man back, man? Goddamn.
You want to see
That what P. Diddy was telling them niggas at that part. That what Diddy was telling them niggas at the part. Hold on, before we get off, I gotta let y'all hear what Elon Musk said.
No, I don't want it.
Hello, nah.
Facebook. Bless my heart.
4 years ago as well. It was 60 to 38 in favor of Kamala Harris. Or this county was about 130, 140,000 votes. It was 59
Here we go.
This was not your grandmother's democracy.
Hey, y'all gonna get one of them Elon Musk robots? I wouldn't mind having one. Like wash the car, take out the trash, let the dog out.
What you talking about? One that carry the baby.
Huh?
Just get another one.
They had a baby?
It's gonna carry a baby for you.
There's some memories in that house. It's just amazing how many people in the Diddy party list that are supporting Kamala. Too.
Yeah, seriously, it's like insane.
Publicly, openly, all in. Diddy's ex-girlfriend urges
exactly.
Americans to trust their judgment. Yeah.
Joe Rogan just had Elon Musk on the podcast for the 5th time, only 9 days after up.
Well, it's just. Well, it's just amazing how many people in the Diddy party list that are supporting Kamala. Too.
Yeah, seriously, it's like insane.
Publicly, openly, all in.
Yes, it's like J-Lo was like his ex-girlfriend, and it's like now deciding she's like warning people against Trump. I'm like, well, wait a second. So how many people did she warn against Diddy?
Right.
Oh, 0. Okay.
Right.
Well, maybe we shouldn't trust her opinion.
Well, it's just amazing how many people on the Diddy party list that are supporting Kamala. Too.
Yeah, seriously, it's like
I
insane.
know
Publicly,
they ain't,
openly,
and they
like all
damn
in.
nominee is a
It's like
PDF
J-Lo
file.
like was like his ex-girlfriend, and it's like now deciding she's like warning people against Trump. I'm like, well, wait a second. So how many people did she warn against Diddy?
Right.
Oh, 0. Okay.
You gotta go.
Say y'all, say, bro.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you for joining us today, you heard me, but I gotta go home. You heard me? I'm tired.
No problem. Look, you know, I want to shout out the Broadcast Podcast. We coming out here with 810 Studios. Watch out for coming up soon. Destinations to Greatness. There's Dolo Podcast.
Yeah. What your
All right,
name
bro.
is?
That's enough. Is that enough?
Yeah. Well, check this out, man. We'd like to thank y'all for joining us today for this brief election watch party. You heard me? I'm your boy Nesto the Dunn, your favorite co-host out this Motion City.
It's your boy Pac-Man, the Hood's voice box, you know what I'm talking about. And by the time we come back, hopefully we will have the first black female president of the United States of America, the best country in the world. God bless America and no place else. Aloha Akbar.
The first black Asian American president.
She's something like black. She's something like black.
She Asian.
Whatever else you want to put on it. She black and Indian. It's all good with me. You know what I'm talking about?
Shake it, bake, ain't fried. Shake it, bake, ain't fried.
You think she know karate?
Well, you know, black people started karate anyway, right? You do know that karate come from Africa.
Man, thank y'all for joining us. We're gonna holler at y'all. Got this.
Definitely black though. Her daddy is Jamaican.
And nobody came on no motherfucking
I ain't seen no picture of that, Daddy.
No history lesson, nigga. Man, go do something with your forehead,
Got
man.
my
Go holler
ears
at
sweating, man. That's damn hot.